right, so it's day 3. The cells have been in here for not quite 48 hours, but about 40 hours. And then it's time to kind of put everything back together. But before I do that, I want to make sure that my cells took and that I didn't have a problem with my starter. For instance, maybe having some larvae up there that could perhaps ruin the whole process. Well, we're loaded with bees. You want to get a view of that? Loaded with bees there on top. Look at the cover here. A lot of bees on that cover. We'll set that down here just for the time being. And then now for the moment of truth, checking our graphs. I can tell you there's no shortage of nurse bees in here. So if they're not drawing cells, then we got other problems. Maybe we had some young larvae in here or something that would cause that. I like to be as gentle as possible. So yeah, there we go. They're about half full of royal jelly now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the bottom. So 25 out of 30 isn't bad. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drop it back in. And we're gonna turn this now into what's called a finisher. So this is now going to, these colonies are gonna go back onto with the queen. So it'll be above a queen excluder and it'll be queen right. And so now this is the queen right, the starter section of it, where you take a queen right colony, separate the queen, and then we're gonna make it now a queen right finisher. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take away our we're going to move these boxes off of here, and then we're going to take the queen right section here and put it on there. The other thing that's really cool is because of the way this is configured, you can take a split from it when the cells are done. So in 3 days, I'm going to come back here. The cells will all be capped. I'll pull the cells out of here, put them in an incubator, and I can drop another frame in there, a brood or whatever is needed, and I've basically got then at that point a nuke, and I can pull this nuke right off of there, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing, give them a queen and start a new colony. And that helps kind of filter a little bit off of these nuke stacks. So I'm going to be as gentle as possible. Okay, and then we're going to set that over here. And just out of curiosity's sake, we're going to see if they had decided to draw us any comb at all in here. I'm just kind of peeking down in here. And it does look like they did start drawing a little bit right here. And on this side, you see a lot of bees. Nothing serious, but so you don't have to use this, but because they've started drawing, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this on the top, and it'll be a nuke stack. It'll be a very tall nuke stack. And I'll just put this below the, finisher we've been working, or the starter we just had in the honey supers, and then we'll just kind of come back and repeat the process. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take this stack here with the supers and all and put it back on here, and then reconfigure it. And we don't know where the queen is right now, but one of the things I'm going to do is make sure she's not up here. And as long as she's not up in the honey supers, then what I'm going to do is put the 8-frame queen excluder between these two boxes again. Okay, so let's start with that process now. Okay, so I reassembled the colony. I took the 3 brood boxes that were set aside over here. I made sure the queen was in there. I put them all right here. I took the queen excluder, put it on top. I put the 2 honey supers on top. I went ahead and I kept the 5 frames of foundation that they started to draw on. And then on top of this, I put my finisher, my cell finisher. So there's a lot of distance up here with those cells between the queen. You can see the distance is right here. So that helps a lot for them finishing those cells, and that's terribly strong. I had a ton of bees on the feeder inner cover that I have, and they all just kind of marched in. We videoed that. It was kind of nice to watch. I always enjoy watching bees march. So at some point, these bees that are festooning will work their way in there. You know, you can see them festooning right there. And then we'll go ahead and leave it alone, and we'll come back in 3 days, and we'll pull the cells out of there and put it in an incubator, and we'll make a nuke out of this. So, you know, we're doing a lot of different things with one colony, but you can see how nice and tall that thing is. It's kind of protected here. I've got it on the low end. There's a hill up behind it, a lot of woods, and I've got a shed here on the side. So, you know, that nuke stack, it looks pretty awesome. I think it looks cool, number one. But, you know, I'm not sure I would leave it that tall for a long time. And if there's any inclement weather that comes in, we may have to do something about it. But right now, I think we're okay. So anyway, we'll finish the video when we come back and pull our cells, and we should have some pretty nice cells, and that's the cell builder, cell starter finisher with the nuke stack. Thanks for watching.